Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me once again. I really appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking your time out of your busy days and joining me for this brief video. Today I want to talk about the conversations I have with people, mostly coworkers, but sometimes people that I meet about, I guess they think I hate religions. And I don't hate religions. I don't hate religion. What I hate is the ideals of religions, specifically the Abrahamic religions. I hate what they make or indoctrinate people, brainwash people into doing. The horrible things that they tell people are okay in the name of pick your God. Women's rights. Abrahamic religions apparently hate women's rights because they feel as if women are still property. You can be raped, that's fine. You cannot have an abortion because your body does not belong to you. It belongs to the government or the state, or one and the same. So you have no rights. There's nothing that you can say or do to let them know or convince them that their belief that women cannot have an abortion is their right. They'll never listen to you because they've been so thoroughly indoctrinated to believe that women don't have the right to do with their bodies as they please. However, men do. Funny how that works. I kind of sort of think that Abrahamic religions were thought up by men who were chauvinistic, misogynistic assholes who were extremely superstitious and wanted to control women. But I digress. I could be wrong. Racism. If you want the best racism ever, put religion in it. Mix a little bit of religion into that stew called racism. And boy, you can't get any better racism than when you mix it with religion. Hitler. Think of Hitler when I tell you about racism. He formed the Nazi Party, whose main goal was to exterminate the Jews. He was so much of a devout Catholic, and he believed firmly that the Jews murdered Jesus Christ, a fictional character in a fictional book, over 2,000 years ago. So much so that he believed this, that he murdered millions of people. Forget about the Jew part. Millions of people, because he was indoctrinated and brainwashed so well in his religious faith that he thought that they killed his imaginary friend. So he had to kill them. Nazis. Hitler. Racism. And if you really need an idea of how bad racism is, you can always look at America. We had the KKK, which started as a Christian group, and they still consider themselves Christians. In one hand, a burning cross or a noose, and in the other hand, they'd have a Bible, all the while murdering who knows how many people of African descent because they believed it was right. But that's what religion does. It makes people not just racist, but horrible, despicable racists. If you want good racism, you have to add in religion. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Civil rights. Abrahamic religions really hate civil rights because people empowered without a religious base to force them to do whatever it is that religion wants them to do hurts their feelings. Their fifis get hurt pretty bad when someone can think all on their own without an invisible friend to tell them how to think. Because God hates nothing more than people who can think on their own, especially when they think that He doesn't exist. Elected officials. Never should politics, money, and religion ever meet. Never. Because we have elected officials to this very day. One in particular who seriously thinks that Jewish space lasers started a fire in California. I won't say it again because I think you heard me the first time, but that is her belief. And yes, she is a devout Christian who believes that also you cannot hold an office unless you take an oath on a Bible, because bigotry and racism and stupidity and indoctrination and brainwashing. These are the people who are running our government. And I can assure you that the vast majority of them believe the same way she does. But they're just not as crazy as she is to say it out loud. But believe me, no, I won't say believe me, guaranteed, they believe the same way she does. Probably not all of them with the Jewish space lasers, but they all believe that women don't have rights, minorities should never have rights, and that everything in the Bible is true because they've been indoctrinated. So once again, I don't have a problem with religions per se, but I do have a big problem with their ideals. If your ideals and your morals come from a book that is full of misogyny, rape, murder, torture, infanticide, homicide, genocide, and enslavement of others, then you have absolutely no footing whatsoever when it comes to any type of moral high ground. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for indulging my rant this evening. I really appreciate you guys for joining me. Once again, please, if you feel free, don't forget, make sure to like and subscribe so that I feel a little bit more motivated to do more of these videos. I don't do as many videos as I should be doing because I am still, once again, in school, and school never ends. So, thank you. Please, before I forget, don't forget, COVID is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. Still, please wear a mask, wash your hands. I've lost relatives from COVID because, reasons. Social distancing, it's a thing. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. If you don't want your grandmas, grandpas, and elderly family members to die needlessly, please take care of them. And if you don't want anybody else's elderly family members to die, please keep them in mind when you go out and do whatever it is that you do. Have a nice evening, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe. Be good to each other. And by all means, don't forget, please, to be the best heathens that you can be. And good night.